What's going on, everybody? This is your boy Pisces Omega, and welcome to my channel. Today, I'm going to be presenting to you another channel ancestor reading, filtered through the journey of the moon. Today, we find us in the phase of the new moon in Libra. The new moon represents birth, beginnings, and clarity. The new moon marks a sacred threshold, inner stillness, where one cycle ends, another quietly begins. It is a time of birth and beginnings, when the night sky offers a clean slate for intentions to be planted. Though the moon is invisible to the eye, its power lies in the clarity that arises when we pause, reflect, and set our deepest wishes into motion. This phase invites us to listen inwardly, to tune into the quiet whispers of the soul, and plant seeds of change with conscious intention. The new moon. And with the new moon in Libra, this represents looking for safety in relationships. It says the need to make somebody happy and wants to have a rich social life. However, later, one must find themselves, and things to satisfy them must prevail. They also have a strong need for balance and harmony. They have a desire to keep things nice rather than venture into fundamental questions in order not to disturb the peace. Relationships can then be shallow or volatile. One must learn to share your good and bad feelings with your partner. Do not be afraid to be who you really are, despite what is expected of you. Use your innate talent to make things pleasant. You can influence the atmosphere around you with your pleasant voice, musical abilities, and your comforting presence. And I'd just like to thank everybody for coming through the reading. Once again, man, I really appreciate everybody. Big luck to everybody. Please stick around. This is a very different style of reading that you guys might be used to. But like I said, this is a very interesting style. But I guarantee you will love the content and the delivery and the information. And so please stick around. Put it on your speaker. Let it play in the background, and above all, what I hope to do is provide a message, a timeless message, a message that will give one hope, and through wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, and insight. And as always, like I say, if anything and doesn't resonate, if it resonates, let it marinate, and if it doesn't apply, let it fly. And so, without further ado, let's get into the reading. I do a particular type of reading. I'll do my ancestor readings. I do a devotional part of the reading where I pull a motivational quote, will allow the ancestors to deliver a motivational quote directly to us, directly to the collective, and I shuffle these motivational quotes just like shuffle up around my cards. I've been using these motivational quotes since the beginning of my reading, and it always provides me with great insights and great words of wisdom directly from our ancestors. Without further ado, I'd like to first of all give thanks. Thank you, Great Divine Mother. Thank you, Heavenly Father. Thank you, vast abundant universe. Thank you, divine beloved ancestors from all the highest realms. Ashe. Like I said, I have a two-part reading. One part of the reading is a motivational and a devotional dedicated to the ancestors in the universe. Allow them to provide motivational quotes and wisdom and guidance straight through us, through these apparatuses that have been provided for me through my channels, through my travels rather. and then I get into the heart of the reading. Okay. All right. Shuffled up nice and good. Ooh. Y'all saw that? I don't know what the other card was going to be, but this one came out. Don't wait for your ship to come in. Swim out to it. Don't wait for your ship to come in. Swim out to it. Thank you, Great Divine Mother. Thank you, Heavenly Father. Thank you, Vast Above the Universe. Thank you, Divine Beloved Ancestors from all the highest realms. Thank you for that message. Let me get my furniture together. Don't wait for your ship to come in. Swim out to it, y'all. Create your opportunities. I was going to say, create your opportunities. Use this new moon and Libra energy. Pardon me, I'm trying to set up my cards. Trying to set my cards up. You know, I'm Leo. I'm a 6th house Leo, bro. So it's all about presentation when I'm at work. Okay, I ain't gonna mess with that. Don't wait for your ship to come in. Swim out to it, bro. Thank you, Divine Beloved Ancestors. Let's put these over to the side. You finished with these? Alright, cool. Now, let's continue with the devotional. Let's pull a Chakra Wisdom card. Don't wait for your ship to come in. Swim out to it. Use this new moon and Libra energy. This is a sacred threshold. A cycle is ending. One quietly begins. It's a time of rebirth and beginning. You know? Shuffle up the Chakra Wisdom cards. So we're going to do one Chakra Wisdom card. I'm going to do a Moonology card, and then we're going to do a quote from the universe, and then we're going to get into the reading. If you guys stuck around this long, thank you guys. Please, man, give me a like and a share and subscribe to the channel. Okay. Nice shuffle. That felt good. And if anything, like I said, I always said, man, you just do it till it feel good. The third chakra, solar plexus, self-confidence. I trust myself fully. I will not allow fear or doubt to hold me back from doing what I am here to do. I have confidence and belief and conviction in my abilities and goals. I welcome questioning by others, as this gives me a chance to clarify my truth, ideas, and philosophies. I trust in a higher power, and I am open to new challenges. Third chakra, the solar plexus. The third chakra deals with inner peace and personal power, self-confidence, self-worth, self-acceptance, and trusting and accepting our gut feelings. You know, the personal growth areas it deals with is going to be self-esteem, relating to the world around us. You know, self-esteem related to the world around us. You know, self-confidence. Develop our self-confidence. I'm going to do the note from the universe. And I'll say the Moonology card for last, since we're doing our moon readings. We're doing this collective ancestor reading, filtering through the new moon in Libra. We're going to say the Moonology cards for last. And so let's get into these wonderful note from the universe cards. If anybody ever saw my readings before, you know what I mean, on previous episodes of channels, just like no wham bam, thank you ma'am. This is a very insights, motivational, devotional, be very wonderful messages, you know what I'm saying? And thank you guys for sticking around this long. Allowing the ancestors to spend proper time with the ancestors, to, you know, allow them to give the messages, you know, and take the proper time to decipher the messages and get the understanding that they're meant for us to have. Shuffle these cards up. Well, that was a nice one right there. Say one more time. One more time. Get these a nice cut. And the note from the universe. It's always better to give too much. Pay too much, love too much, than not enough. But then, since everything comes back to you anyway, can there ever be too much? I love you too much anyway, the universe, and not just for the karma. Let me read that again. That was deep. It is always better to give too much, pay too much, and love too much, and then not enough. But then, since everything comes back to you anyway, can there ever be too much? I love you too much anyway, the universe, and not just for the karma. It's always better to give. It's all coming back. You give it because it's all coming back anyway, bro. Go out there and get it, bro. It's all coming back. Let's get into the Moonology cards. Self-confidence. It's always great to give. So give more. Give. Don't be stingy. Give. It's all going to come back to you. Give. Don't be afraid to open up and give. Open up your heart and give. Give. Give freely. Give happily. Give madly. It's all going to come back anyway. That's why I give love. Because I want to receive love. It's all coming back to me. Thank you, Great Divine Mother. Thank you, Sweet Father. Thank you, Best Divine Universe. Thank you, Divine Beloved Ancestors, for all the high forms. Alright. Get a couple more shuffles in. One more. One more good shuffle. Alright. Let's get it cut. Alright. And the numerology card is full moon in Sagittarius. See the bigger picture. Full moon in Sagittarius. See the bigger picture, bro. One thing I know about the full moon is things are coming into a culmination. And, you know, with the new moon, it's time to begin something, time to start something, you know what I'm saying? And bring those thoughts, bring those fruits of our labors into culmination to the full moon. You know what I'm saying? Full moon in Sagittarius. So let's look into the handy dandy moonology manual and let's check out what it means. Full moon in Sagittarius. First of all, the full moon cards, the energies are peaking when one of these cards comes up. You're approaching a pinnacle, and these cards can help to push you to the turning point. Alright? So, full moon in Sagittarius, see the bigger picture. At this point, your best bet is to be the bigger person in whatever situation is on your mind. If harsh words have been exchanged, this card comes with a gentle suggestion to diffuse the upset with some humor. The world is your oyster when you draw the cards, but you need to find balance between where you are and where you want to be. It may be that you need to do some more research before you move closer towards whatever it is you want. When you're manifesting, the journey of discovery can be as empowering as dreaming the big dream. Manifesting balance. Find a balance between saying what needs to be said and saying too much. Manifesting mindset. One thing is for sure, having an open mind will serve you well now. Talk to people about your issues and get a view of the bigger picture. See the bigger picture. Have self-confidence. Give freely. Be the bigger person. Be a go-getter. The universe is lining it up, setting it up for us. Okay. Put them away. And without further ado, let's get into the reading. This reading is a channel ancestor reading, filtered through the energies of the new moon in Libra. The channel ancestor reading. Thank you, Great Divine Mother. Thank you, Heavenly Father. Thank you, Vast Mother Universe. Thank you, Divine Beloved Ancestors from all the highest realms. Channel ancestor reading, filtered through the new moon in Libra. New moon represents birth, beginning, and clarity. You know, it's time to reflect and set our deepest wishes into motion. This phase invites us to listen inwardly and tune into quiet whispers of the soul, and to plant the seeds of change with conscious intention. did a good shuffle here. Okay. Shuffle. All right. Let's get into it. I'll be doing this channel ancestor reading, magic square style, 9-card reading, and 9 cards to clarify the reading. So let's get it. See, this is about the plan or path, or the 6th house. This is a 6. The 6 represents plans, duties, paths, lovers. You know what I'm saying? Plans to take trips and vacations with our family. 6s represent a path. You know what I'm saying? Or a plan. You know what I'm saying? 6 of Hearts represents, you know what I'm saying, a pleasant trip. You know what I mean? Vacation or holiday. You know what I'm saying? Progress. You know what I'm saying? Or emotional progress in a relationship building. You know what I'm saying? Or bonding. This represents, 6 of Hearts represents bonding. You know what I'm saying? Represents bonding. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Or a plan. You know, but this is Scorpio energy. This is a deep bond. 6 of Hearts represents a deep love, a deep bond. You know, a very deep bond. You know, between our ancestors. This is about love. We have a union. This is about a beautiful union. You know what I'm saying? A beautiful bond. You know what I'm saying? Between our ancestors. You know. You know. Oh, and it's about using our intuition. You see the 3 eyes. Learn how to use our intuition. You know what I'm saying? To understand, you know, how our ancestors are communicating with us. You know, how the universe is communicating with us. You know what I'm saying? The Scorpio energy, but it's 6th house energy. The 6th house is about duties. It's about, you know, understanding, you know what I'm saying, the people that we work with. It's about understanding the plan or the path that we took. You know what I'm saying? It's about understanding our purpose. Understanding our purpose here, you know. You know, the Scorpio energy here. Seven of Diamonds. You see, now you're talking about diamonds coming from hearts. You know what I'm saying? What you're talking about is happiness, success, comfort, and security. Diamonds represent energy and power. You know what I'm saying? Imagination, money, power, rewards, you know, success, legal judgments, you know what I'm saying? Things of that nature. You know? And but see, 7s is representing, you know what I'm saying, troubles and blocks. It's also representing our spirituality. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? With this 7 is representing the saying that, you know what I'm saying, that you're a bright and a shining star. You know what I'm saying? And you're tuned into the universe. You know what I'm saying? And there's hope. The universe is here to give us hope and healing. And it's washing us. See, these eyes, the universe is here washing us. You know what I'm saying? And it's understanding that the path that we're on. You know what I'm saying? And it's understanding that the problems that we go through in this realm, the money problems, the financial problems that we go through. You know what I'm saying? the anxiety, you know what I'm saying, the mental problems that we go through, you know what I'm saying. But the universe is there talking about, this is the time she's starting to apply our powers, starting to apply our vision, starting to apply our powers, starting to step into the wisdom and the knowledge and the light. 6 plus 7 is 13. Just the number of power. The universe is saying that now it's time to apply, the power, and it's time to shape and mold. It's time to see the big picture, you know what I'm saying, and be confident, you know what I'm saying? Be confident, you know what I'm saying, about the path that we have chosen and taken, and understand that we are more powerful than we know, you know. Two of Diamonds. See, this is about communication. See the Two of Diamonds. But see, twos represent, see the communication? Twos represent communication. One-on-one communication. And this is about the gifts. This is about the gifts that we're receiving. This is about communication that we're giving. Exchanging messages, you know what I'm saying? This is about the universe is communicating with us. You know what I'm saying? And explaining to us, listen, this is the path. This is the path that we've taken. This is the contract that we have signed. You know what I'm saying? But you're coming down here with gifts. You know, so now it's time to use your gifts. Use your intuition. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You see the new moon, you see the crescent moon, you see the new moon. Use the wisdom, use your knowledge. You know what I'm saying? The Two of Diamonds represents, you know what I'm saying, a very spiritual energy and knowledge. And this is about, juggling and multitasking. You know what I'm saying? But it's about having influence, you know what I'm saying, and having wisdom and having spiritual wisdom. You know what I'm saying? This is Sagittarius energy. You know what I'm saying? The full moon, this is Sagittarius. Sagittarius is about freedom, you know what I'm saying, and speaking truth, you know what I'm saying, and adventure and taking things to a higher level, you know what I'm saying? It's about expansion of knowledge. This is about Jupiter here, you know what I'm saying? And with 9 here with 7 plus 2, this is about, the changes. 7 plus 2, 9, the changes, you know what I'm saying, that we're looking for. Changes, you know what I'm saying, in our way of life, you know what I'm saying, looking for because the more reflect where we come from, we come from our inheritance, you know what I'm saying, we've come from riches and wealth, you know what I'm saying, and so now it's like the universe is saying that it's time for the change, you know what I'm saying, to use this knowledge, use this world, this power, use use this knowledge, you know what I'm saying, and not only get your knowledge and have the willpower to affect the change and the change that you want, the change for the better now. You know what I'm saying? This is Leo energy. When you're talking about this fixed energy, you know what I'm saying? Time to shine and time to get on the stage and take your proper place. It's change for the better way of life. You know what I'm saying? The finer things of life. It's time to create. It's time to use your power to create your own destiny. Universe is saying it's time to create your own destiny. You know what I'm saying? It's time to have your way according to your specifications. You know what I'm saying? 7 to 2. It's time to overcome. It's time to overcome these blocks. It's time to overcome. It's time to initiate this energy now. Time to initiate this energy now. And now it's time to initiate this energy. And we're having, and now it's time to experience great success and abundance. You know what I'm saying? And with the abundance, you'll acquire and saving of money and resources. You know what I'm saying? But the universe is saying, but don't hog these resources now. Some of us are going to be coming to blessings of great abundance now. You know what I'm saying? But see, it's not to be hogging the abundance. The universe is setting up stewards to disperse this new knowledge, material knowledge, material wealth, the wealth of information, and it's like new stewards. You know what I'm saying? I'm being brought, to the earth, to disseminate the knowledge equally, to disseminate the assets equally, to exchange the gifts equally. You know what I'm saying? People are being called and spoken to, and the universe is in heavy communication. You know know what I'm saying? People are going to start experiencing a lot of changes, changing their thinking and changing their way of life, changing in their station in life even. You know what I'm saying? This is about upgrades. You know, this is about changes. This is about changes for the better. This is about upgrades. The universe is saying this is a time of upgrades. You know, it's time to see the big picture now. You know, Ace of Clubs, Libra. See, new moon in Libra, new tasks. See, now it's time for new tasks now. And see, time for the upgrades. And now, since now it's time for powers of being upgraded. You know what I'm saying? The psychological attitude is being upgraded. Even your physiological structure is being upgraded. You know what I'm saying? Because now, why? We have new tasks now. Ace of Clubs now, Libra energy. You know what I'm saying? With this angels, new, you have new goals now. You have new opportunities now. You have new responsibilities now. Okay? New responsibilities now. You know what I'm saying? Partnership. The universe is saying we're in partnership. We're in partnership with you. We're communicating. You know what I'm saying? We're exchanging the messages. You know what I'm saying? Even the wealth. You know what I'm saying? The universe is saying now we're even bringing down the gifts now. We're able to bestow gifts. You know what I'm saying? And reveal, not only bestow gifts, but reveal your gifts to you. That are going to be revealed through these changes that's coming about. You know what I'm saying? And with the Ace of Clubs, this is about, newness and courage. You know what I'm saying? And balance and hope and fairness. With this new moon in Libra, these individuals, this is about graceful communicators. You see, it's about being harmonious, fairness, meaningful dialogue. This is how the universe is talking to us, with meaningful dialogue right now. With this new moon in Libra. You know what I'm saying? We're trying to seek balance. You know what I'm saying? This is a very diplomatic approach. This is a very diplomatic approach. You know what I'm saying? This is time for celebration. You know what I'm saying? It's like defining things in life. You know what I'm saying? The new moon in Libra represents a rich social life. You know what I'm saying? But here, we must find things that satisfy us. You know what I'm saying? The universe is saying, okay, fine. We are here for you. We are building a relationship, but you have to find yourself in this. You have to learn how to be self-reliant in this relationship. The universe is saying you're going to have to find your power, your voice in this relationship. The universe is saying we're here, we're constant. You know what I'm saying? And now it's time for you to start your new goals. It's time for you to step up, to step your mantle up. You know what I'm saying? And carry your end of the weight, your end of the bargain here. This is new moon. You know what I'm saying? New moon in Libra now. You know? And the Ace of Clubs, you're talking about new structures, new opportunities, new goals. And it's about building trust and courage. Having strength now. You know what I'm saying? To be able to take on building up yourself, because and the upgrades would be because you had to be physically ready, spiritually ready, and mentally ready to handle the changes that are about to come about. See, big changes coming about. Hopes, wishes, desires, Scorpio energy. You know what I'm saying? These changes are coming about because there's a lot of big Scorpio energy going around. Nines. See, nines representing changes. Because you had the two of diamonds, the communication talking about the new opportunities. Ace of Clubs. You know what I'm saying? Diamonds going into clubs. You was talking about applying power. It's time to apply the power. You know what I'm saying? The universe is saying, listen, you know what I'm saying? Now, the change has come. We're here to help you, counsel you, remind you of the plan, remind you of the past, remind you. Now it's time to wake up, wake up. It's like the sun is time to rise with the sun, because now it's time to remember your past, remember your mission. You know what I'm saying? The universe is in communicating with us. You know what I'm saying? Our higher selves teaching us how now it's time to take on more, juggle, multitask, because now we're going to be receiving new tasks, new opportunities. You know what I'm saying? And this is part of the plan. This is part of the plan, because now it's time to enact our higher intuition. Now with 2 9s now, you know what I'm saying? 9 of diamonds, 9 of hearts. You know what I'm saying? And with the 9 of hearts is all about change, and this is about the desires. These are about the things that we have wished for, things that we have planned, things that we have set in motion with the Scorpio energy. You know what I'm saying? The plan that we have, we have embarked on. You know what I'm saying? For the passions and the desires of our very soul. And it's time to wake up to that mission. The universe is saying now it's time to wake up to that mission and the passion of your soul. What you come here to do. You know what I'm saying? And remember and rededicate yourself. This the Scorpio energy, and be loyal to your cause. You know what I'm saying? And wake up that, and to do that, they're gonna wake up that deep desire and yearning in our soul is beginning to stir and wake up and shine bright, whereas though it cannot be denied. When the sun shines, when the light shines on us, there's no denying. There's no denying the path. When this light shines, when the star rises, when your star rises, there will be no way you're going to be denying the path or the plan that you set out for yourself. This goes back to the past, back to our origins, back to our very beginnings, back to the very beginning of the plan. You know, you see, as above, so below. Trying to bring these things in a balance. You know what I'm saying? And for the change, for the change, 7 into the 2. For change is for the better, for the finer things life inside, for the upgrades. This is about upgrading. You know what I'm saying? This is about upgrading. And then now, with the 2 9s now, with the 2 9s, you got multiple 9s already on the board. With 2 9s, you're talking about using more of our intuition. You know, using more of our gut feelings. Learn how to trust ourselves. You know what I'm saying? This is talking about attainment. You know what I mean? Learning things on a higher level, higher education. You know what I'm saying? It's talking about, you know, increasing our knowledge. Increasing our knowledge now, and increasing our worldview. You know? Change again, see? 9 of diamonds. 9 again. Change is inevitable. It's about change. Big changes are upon us now. 3 9s. And now, when you go from the 9 of hearts, 9 of diamonds here. See, now here is the 9 of diamonds. You know, it's about what changes for the best, upgrading. You know what I'm saying? Our very soul, our physical knowledge, you know, our mental, our spiritual, you know. And you go from attaining this higher education and changing your worldview. Now you start to have a change in philosophy, you know, a change in attitude. You know, your philosophy, your worldview starts changing. So have a change in philosophy, a change in your attitude now. There's going to be a change in our philosophy, a change in our attitude. You know, we start remembering, you know what I'm saying, our goals, our soul contracts, our bonds, the things that bond us, our mission, our path. And now it's time has come. You know what I'm saying? It's time has come. We've on this spiritual battle, spiritual warfare, shining in this light. Now it's time shines the time has come for change and realization. You know what I'm saying? In a higher level, and time to have strength and courage to accept this change. To accept this change. And now with two twos, you know, you're talking about working together, accept this change and begin to work in harmony with the universe. Two hearts. Twos represent two individuals or couples or individuals or entities doing something pleasurable. This is Pisces energy. This is about a intellect, an intuition, a very empathic energy, a very sensitive energy. It's very like an ancient wisdom of knowing and knowledge, of Piscean energy, of communication. Very loving energy. You know what I'm saying? Diamonds coming in the hearts. We talk about success and comfort and security. So we come down here to build that. We come down here to build that here. We come down here to build, to see the bigger picture, to understand that we're part of a bigger thing. We're part of the collective. We're part of a bigger substance. That's why it's important for us to give and show togetherness and love. Because when you give, we're actually giving back to ourselves. When we give, it comes right back to us. And it's time to be bold and lead with a strategy, you know, with a plan, with a plan that we've came down here for, a plan of love and compassion. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And we come down here to battle and to experience everything that this place could give us, the passion and the love and the emotion and the loss and the joy, all the wonders and the ups and the downs and the bruises and the wounds that we heal from. You know what I'm saying? This is what we signed up for. You know what I'm saying? And the universe is like, we have your back the whole way. We got your back the whole way. You know, two twos. You know, you understand. It's showing us that we're in partnership. You know what I'm saying? We're with you. One step, every step of the way. You know, but this nine of hearts in the middle represents, you know, the Scorpio energy, and understand that, you know, not to, even though you having some now, we're having upgrades and in gifts, you know, but I understand this, even in this, everything into a moderation. Some people have to understand not to over excess, either over excess mentally or physically, or even get into a selfish, controlling type of way. You know what I'm saying? It's time, you know, it's time to, you know, this there's with great power becomes a great responsibility in this. You know what I'm saying? And with this Scorpio energy here, you know what I'm saying, and with this new moon in Libra, you know, it's important to understand how to balance this new power and this new energy in a very harmonious way. And it's important to communicate, you know what I'm saying, and it's important to lean on our spiritual awareness, you know, so, and our spiritual understanding, and to understand that we are all one and a part of the great grand scheme, the collective. You know, and so even though that we have a lot of things on our plate now, you know what I'm saying, and then new tasks, new goals have been added to us, you know what I'm saying, we're moving to another level, so more responsibilities, more things have been added to us, you know what I'm saying, and because we've already been juggling and multitasking and everything, because we've shown the aptitude to handle these things, you know what I'm saying, and and we've grown through experience and real life situations. So it's like it's time to understand, even though we have a lot of things on our plate, is still how to moderate things properly and have a proper order for things. You know, definitely have a proper order for things, because now, once we've made an agreement and realizing the plan and the path that we come down here on the battlefield, Six of Clubs, Aquarius energy, hearts coming into these clubs. You know what I'm saying? And it's like we've come down here to be a service to others. We've come down here to create and be a service to others with goodwill. You know what I'm saying? This is about working. This is about a path of plan that we have put to work. We've come down here to work. You know what I'm saying? Six of Clubs energy. You know what I'm saying? Six represents the pathway or a journey. You know what I'm saying? But this is like a trip. We came down here on business. Now this is about business. See, clubs represent business. Good luck, growth, activity, work, social interactions, things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? But this is working towards practical goals. Six of Clubs, learning and teaching, education and studying. It's Aquarius energy. You know what I'm saying? It's about humanitarian efforts. It's about the collective, more of the whole. It's about working towards the good of the whole, the collective, Aquarius energy. You know what I'm saying? Uranus is about freedom and truth. You know what I'm saying? This Aquarius energy. This is also about things happening out of the blue. Aquarius, that Uranus energy. About a spark or a bolt, a lightning, or maybe a shift. But now, with two sixes on the board, you see understanding, Six of Heart, the past, our karmic past, our plan, and now the Six of Club, in real time, in real life, what we've come down here to do. Things are now starting to maybe come together with the understanding, with our true mission, where we starting to have the realization, we starting to really understanding, you know what I'm saying, that hey, to choose, yes, we are down here, but we're working together, we got cooperation, we're not by ourselves. Two nines, we're talking about attaining higher education, understanding, expanding our worldview. Then you get to go on into having three nines, and you start talking about you're changing your philosophy and our attitudes. You know what I'm saying? 1, 2. You know what I'm saying? 3 here. Nines. And then also 2 sevens on the board, because now with the Six of Clubs, you're talking about the work that we have to do. This is part of the new opportunities. This Ace of Clubs joining in with the Six of Clubs gives us this Libra energy, and this is about the relationships that goes into the seventh house. This is about the emotional landscape that we have to understand, that we are deeply influenced by the relationships. You know what I'm saying? That we cultivate with each other. Very sensitive feelings. You have to be very sensitive to the feelings of others. This is about seeking harmonious connections and partnerships with each other. Our sense of security may depend on, mutual exchanges. Moon in the seventh house. See? The seventh. Libra. Energy. Seventh house energy. Combining our work and our duties with these new goals and tasks with courage and strength. You understand? And understanding the shift in our perspective and our knowledge, because our wisdom is growing. Things have been upgraded, and it's like, and honestly, it's like an emerging. It's an emerging of a new self. It's like a merging of a new self. You know, our relationships with other people serve as mirrors with this energy, with this new moon in Libra, moon in the seventh house, house of relationships. Relationships serves as mirrors, helps us understand and evolve our own emotional needs. This is about growing through relationships, growing through our relationships with other people, growing through understanding that our relationships with ourselves. This is about the growth that we need. This is what we came here to do. We came here to grow and to learn and then to expand knowledge. And with this new moon energy, it's time to implement these plans. You know what I mean? So many times, some of us we've started. We've started new transformations. We've started things. We've started self improvement projects. So many times we've started private passions. Some of us have started hobbies. Some of us started writing books. Some of us have started painting. Some of us have started cooking. Some of us have started, getting more into our art. You know what I'm saying? So many of us have started getting more into our inner talents. You know what I'm saying? So it's time for these things to come to the forefront now. Because it's understanding that we're going to cultivate that, because we can't hide who we are from the people that we are in relationships with. You know what I'm saying? We can't hide from the people that we are in relationships with. We have to be, especially when they're sitting right across from the table in the seventh house energy, seventh house Libra. But the seventh house, it talks about overcoming what obstacles again. And it's about changes. And 2 sevens give you changes. Changes in work. Changes in our spirituality. Overcoming obstacles. Overcoming things that have been holding us back. Overcoming things that have been impeding our progress. Practical problems. Problems at work now. Starting to deal with things on a mundane level. Started dealing with things and starting to balance out things. Started dealing with things in the real world. Our real world work problems, practical problems with our relationships. You know what I'm saying? Blocks. And then start understanding that there are bigger forces at play. Start understanding the faded moments that happen in our lives. You know what I'm saying? And the chance encounters, the relationships with strangers and people who come into our life, the angels, our angels are our guides, who come into our life to help us at the very moment that we need, that assistance. You know what I'm saying? And it's up to us to start to recognize, these situations, starting to recognize, the power, of the spiritual realm. Start to understand the power, of our ancestors. Start understanding the power of our own selves. And yes, these entities and beings and spirits are very powerful, but they are all in a role here to support us. And some of us are existing in a mode of so much humility that sometimes it's hard for us to step up and take that mantle. But the universe is saying, listen, this is the time of change. You're changing, you're being upgraded, new tasks and responsibilities are being added. It is time to take on a bigger role It's time for you to start accepting things, start seeing things for what they really are, start seeing the bigger picture. Time to start seeing the bigger picture. You know, especially with the 10 of diamonds. Tens is about completion. Tens is about completion. It's about journeys, endings. Tens is the strongest influence of any suit in the number realms. Relates to journeys, related by the element. We've come literally journey coming through the fire. And now this is coming to a moment where everybody's going to see the change, and they're going to see the success, and they're going to see the power. 10 of diamonds, they're going to see the glory, they're going to see the achievements. They're going to see the change. They're going to see the support, they're going to see the boldness. They're going to see the transformation. And all the hard work that we've put in to achieve this level of comfort and security, of success. Because we become very self-confident. And we become to be go-getters. What was the first quote from the ancestors? Don't wait for your ship to come in. Swim out to it. Because understanding this, there is no thrill in easy sailing when the skies are clear and blue. There is no joy in merely doing things which anyone can do. But there is some satisfaction that is mighty sweet to take when you reach a destination that you thought you'd never make. Let's get into some clarification real quick. No guts, no glory. And now it seems like sometimes it's a matter of time, and it's only a matter of time. It's inevitable. Some of us are feeling these changes. Some of us are experiencing these changes on a very profound level. And it's time for us to start accepting these changes and stepping into our true purpose and our true power. Times are changing. Things are changing. And changing fast. There's going to be a drastic shift. Things are at a rapid pace. Things are changing. With this Aquarius energy, Uranus on the board with the Six of Clubs. With this plan, and that's what's gonna, and that's what'll make these things come together with the change. With the Uranus, that's what's gonna invoke the plan even faster with the energy of Uranus, and with the power of Pluto, with the Scorpio energy, talking about deep transformations, profound changes. Thank you, Great Divine Mother. Thank you, Heavenly Father. Thank you, Vast Abundant Universe. Thank you, Divine Beloved Ancestors from all the highest realms. Shuffling up the cards for the confirmation. One more time. One more time. Okay. Get a nice cut in here. Let's get into the clarifications. And see? 8 of clubs. This is the work card. This is the work that we've come down here to do. You have to remember the work that we've come down here to do. 8 of clubs. Gemini energy. You know what I'm saying? The groups. You know what I'm saying? 8 represent what? Groups. You know what I'm saying? This is a work group. This is about the plan, the group that we came, the group that we came, the soul group that we came to work together with. This is thought about works and the goals. This is reminded about the goals. You know, the plans. This is about the plan. See, 6 represent plans and path. 8 is the plan. The plan. Remember the plans that we have for the future. Remember the plans that we made for the future. Remember, see how the 6 of heart from the past is telling us, don't forget the plans that we made for the future. Don't forget this meeting. We got business down here. We came down here to handle business. We came down here to meet up. 8 clubs, groups. You know, thoughts. This is about the mind. You know what I'm saying? A group of people, we came down here to do work, to put work in. Don't forget. See? 5 of clubs energy. Gemini again. We've come down here to communicate. You know what I'm saying? And progress. You know what I'm saying? And grow and move around and create. So we've come down here to create. 5th house Gemini. We've come here to create. You know what I'm saying? And have control over this domain. 5 represent the body. We've come down here to be active. So we come down here to work. This is how we're going to overcome these blocks. This is our spiritual mission. Our spiritual mission was to come down here and work and be active and grind and battle. You know what I'm saying? And to battle, to raise our vibration, to raise our station. You know what I'm saying? To convert. 13, to will power. You understand? To come down here and to execute and will our power on this level. To take our wisdom and knowledge and understanding and raise our consciousness even at this level. You know what I'm saying? Through this darkness. Shine light through this darkness as well. See? Jack of clubs. It's our mission. The 2 of diamonds. The mission, the communication. Come down here on the bark of a glorious mission. The message about business in a very enthusiastic nature. You know, this was our mission. Like, do not forget, remember our mission. See how young and eager we was to implement our plans. Jack of clubs, representing business. You know, Gemini energy, Mercury, coming out here, communicating, to be an ambassador. You know what I'm saying? To move through the energies. You know what I'm saying? With balance and harmony. It's about remembering. Remember the Gemini energy. And what Gemini represents, you know, very, very talents and how we communicate, how we learn, how we interact with each other. You know, so we came down here to remember the business that we've come down here to remember what we come to create. We've come down here to remember the business plan. We come down here to remember the mission. Again, fives. We've come down here, especially we've taken a body. We think we have started a new mission. We got a new goal, a new task. We come here to take a body. We took a physical body. Five of Hearts, Pisces, and we come down here spiritually. We took a physical body. You know what I'm saying? We took a healthy physical body to come down here to create, to experience all the pleasures of life, to have friends and entertainment, you know. And to work and play and to create. Be very creative and to create and learn how to create lovingly and spiritually with our hands. You know, 2 fives, taking control of the situation with our own hands. You know what I'm saying? To manifest and to manipulate down here, you know what I'm saying, with our own intent, with our own powers. You know, 2 fives on the board, you know, to wield the power. And we have the power to create and to manifest. You know what I'm saying? Through our work and then passion and desires. The power to create and manifest these goals and opportunities. With this Ace of Clubs, you know, through strength. See? 6 of Hearts. It's about the plan. It's about the path. This is a message. This is a message from our loved ones. You know what I'm saying? We've come down here. This was our hope. This is our hope. This was our wish. This was our desire. This was our choice. As above, so below. You know, we've come down here to affect change. This was our plan. This was our embarking. You know? And with the 6 of Hearts, over top the 9 of Hearts, 1 plus 5, you know what I'm saying? We've come down here to a new home, you know, with new family to create and to love and to remember. You know what I'm saying? A lot of us has forgotten the plan. We've forgotten about the work. Some of us, we've forgotten about the mission. We forgot our true purpose while we're down here. See? 5 of Diamonds. Sagittarius energy. We forgot about the adventure. We forgot about the journey. We forgot about the truth. We forgot about our spiritual beginnings. We forgot about our path. You know what I'm saying? Now with 3 fives. And then we forgot that we were down here, you know what I'm saying, giving ourselves freely. We forgot that we were probably down here loving freely. The universe is saying, listen, give freely. Because you have abundance, you have more is coming. But now we've come down here, we've hoarding, and sometimes we've come down here and we start to enjoy the finer things of life. Some of us have come down here to Earth and Leo, and we begin to, you know, love the spotlight, love the sunshine, love the admiration that people get. Some of us have forgotten and starting to, you know, love the attention and be and love the way that people see them. You know what I'm saying? As they using, you know, as they get more and more attuned to this realm and forgetting about the true mission, the true reason why they're here, and getting caught up in more ego-driven activities on this planet, you know what I'm saying? Or more of the pleasures of the body, you know? More of the pleasures and more of the indulgent behavior. You know, this earth, you know what I'm saying? Some of us are having very forgotten the spiritual mission and starting to exhibit a very decadent lifestyle. You know, very Scorpio overindulgent lifestyle, overabundance. You know what I'm saying? and because of that, ancestor starts to exhibit control, over their environment because fixed they don't want things to change. The funny thing about these cards, some people are actually fighting the change, where some people will change is inevitable. Some folks are actually fighting the change. They don't want change to take place. They want the status quo. They want things. Some people want things to stay exactly how they are, and some of us have gotten caught up in that and the overindulgence and decadent nature, and very decadent nature of the earth. You know, and forgot our missions, forgot our true purpose here. You know, and look, two of hearts, right on top of the two of hearts. You know, the saying of communication again. We have communication, but we have partnership. We've come down here to be a partner. Don't forget our partnership. Don't forget the mission. It's important to moderate, to learn moderation. It's important to balance these energies. Pisces energy. It's important. Don't forget home. Some of us have forgotten our home, our original home. Don't forget our home, our homeland. Don't forget our purpose, our true mission. Don't throw things out of balance. It's time to breathe it, bring things back into balance. Seven of Hearts. Emotional. It's time to get over these emotional blocks. Some of us have blocked even the remembrance. You know what I'm saying? And it's time to remember through our emotions. It's time to open up our hearts now. Return to a devotion and the love of the self and the all, for we all have come from. You know what I'm saying? It's about overcoming our emotions, overcoming these troubles. You know what I'm saying? A message straight from our loved ones. Don't forget the soul group. Understand the group that we've came down with, our family. Like we've all journeyed here together. Some of us haven't even come across each other yet because we've so overindulged and blinded by the riches and abundance of the earth. But we forgot our mission. But again, the Two of Clubs is saying, listen, there's communication. We are the helping hand. The ancestors are saying, listen, we are the helping hand. We're here to help you. We're here to guide you. We're a team. This is about honesty and trust. Trust in the universe now. You know what I'm saying? These things have happened again. These things have happened before. The two clubs represent what? Things repeating. Gemini energy again. This is about our values. It's time to reinforce our values. You know what I'm saying? We're here to help each other and trust each other. You know what I'm saying? And yes, some of us might come down here and seeing that it was more, that we look at it more of as a burden as opposed to a responsibility. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't more of was it about the work? What was it about the work that we found more so burdensome, whereas though that we was even willing to, shirk our responsibilities, and even some of us walked away from our duties. But this is about bonding and trust and communication and talking. You know what I'm saying? and listening and hearing and remembering. It's about remembering who we truly are. You know what I'm saying? Our true spirit, our true origins. You know, the King of Kings, Mars energy, the King of Diamonds, where we truly from, our spiritual nature. You know, our true spiritual nature, our true origins. You know, understanding our true spiritual nature. You know what I'm saying? To bring this to the fullness. Now it's time for the universe to say we need to bring this realization to fullness, to full understanding. You know what I'm saying? To remind us of your mission, remind us of your work, remind you of your power, remind you that these things are in your hands. And when you're here to what? Build a foundation. Don't forget to work. Don't forget your spiritual nature. Don't forget your true essence of your true self, this King of Diamonds. Don't forget the power that you truly will. Don't forget the power and purpose that you came here to will. Don't forget to see the bigger picture. You know what I'm saying? And don't forget your fighting spirit. What did you come here for? What was your very purpose in the first place for coming here? Not to overindulge and to over-excess and mold more into earthly life to where as though you forget your own nature. And thus forgetting your own nature, you start getting deeper into the lower aspects of the Scorpio nature. You know what I'm saying? Not the higher aspects of the Scorpionic nature, you know, as the dove or Kila the eagle, but the lowest nature itself, the very low nature of the scorpion. You know what I'm saying? Scorpio, this is about rebirth, transformation. You know, this is about coming through, yes. You know what I'm saying, on a mission and missing some of the major clues and highways to get us on our path. This is about our turn to get back on the path. This is our time for us to recommit ourselves to purpose with this new moon and Libra energy. It's about recommitting ourselves to source, recommitting ourselves back to our mission, recommitting ourselves back to our business, recommitting ourselves back to the work, recommitting ourselves back to the journey and the message that we came with enthusiasm and zeal. You know what I'm saying? And enjoy and love and hope. Remembering that we came here with a plan and that we didn't come here by ourselves. We are not alone. The universe is saying that loud and clear. We are not alone. You have help. Just tap, and we need you to learn how to communicate, learn how to listen, learn how to remember, so we can reconnect and reconvene and restart these missions. Ashe. Man, listen, everybody, thank you guys. If you made it for this long in the reading, man, I really appreciate you guys. Please, man, like I said, anytime I do these readings, whatever resonates, let it marinate. And if it doesn't apply, let it fly. And keep in mind that I'm doing a not general, but a collective reading, reading for the entire collective. You know what I'm saying? A channel ancestor reading for the entire collective, you know. And if you guys would like a more personalized reading, and I guarantee you it will be amazing and tailor-made reading just for you, please get into the description box, see how you can contact me for a reading. Please feel free to get into the comments, spam in the comments anything that you guys would like to see me read upon, or any subjects you guys would like to say hi, what's up to your boy, and it's greatly appreciated. Also, ways so you can support the channel through donations. Also, you can look into my description boxes once again. I'd just like to say thank you guys for everything, all your support, And I really love what I do. I love doing it for you guys. I love myself. I love you guys. And and I hope this message was brought you guys hope and realization and some type of insight. You know, like I said, if you guys want some deeper insights or personal readings, look how you can contact your boy. But anyway, man, this was a wonderful reading. I really enjoyed it. Man, thank you, great divine mother. Thank you, Heavenly Father. Thank you, vast abundant universe. Thank you, divine beloved ancestors from all the highest realms. I really appreciate all the insight and knowledge and influence. And like I said, in the meantime, between time, I love you guys. And next time I see you guys, peace, love, and soul.